everyone and welcome to another Nerdbenny YouTube video. So today, as I talked about in the last video, today we're going to be talking about my hopes for E3, specifically from Nintendo, and also some things that I think we are going to see at E3. It's not that I don't want to see them as such, these things, but there's things that I want to see, and then there's things that I think we will see. Like reality versus dreams, if you get what I mean. So, to start with, I'm going to go through things for games that we already have, and then I'm going to talk about things for games that we know about but don't yet have, i.e. games that are coming up, and then we're going to talk about games that don't exist but I hope Nintendo announces them. So firstly, starting with Super Mario Odyssey here, I think at E3 there is going to be an announcement about a potential sequel, or that there's going to be some downloadable content, i.e. DLC, for the game. It came out when, not as a launch title for the Switch, but not too long after the Switch came out, and it's one of, if not the most popular game on Nintendo Switch, so I feel like Nintendo may make a sequel for it. But one thing that I do want to talk about regarding this is some people have talked about maybe Nintendo porting either Super Mario Sunshine or Super Mario Galaxy to Nintendo Switch, or even a sequel to either of those games. Obviously, the Super Mario Galaxy would be Super Mario Galaxy 3, because Galaxy 2 also came out on the Wii. Next up, we're going to talk about a game that does need some new additions, and that is Super Mario Party. It's a great game, don't get me wrong. It's not the best Mario Party that we've ever had, but it's still an alright game. But one of the key areas it falls short in is the lack of boards. There is 4 game boards in total. Hopefully there will be an announcement from Nintendo regarding the addition of new boards, either as downloadable content or as a free update. Obviously there's one that I'd prefer, but it could be either. And last game, big game from last year's E3, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I feel like Nintendo are going to talk about the next update for the game, or new characters that are going to be added, because let's face it, it's one of the biggest games on Switch. They're going to have to talk about it. Considering it's new as well, that's another reason why it's going to have to be talked about, because there are plenty of people who want new things to be added to the game. So that's all that I can think of for currently existing Switch games. Next, as I said, we have got the games that have been announced. We've maybe been shown a trailer for, but what I hope Nintendo shows us at E3 for these games. So the obvious starting point, or for me at least, is Animal Crossing. It was announced in September's Direct from last year, but since then we've not heard anything about the game. We still haven't seen any gameplay whatsoever. If if Nintendo don't announce anything further at E3, then I might just question reality, to be honest. And yeah, and I think we'll get a release date. My guess is it's going to be somewhere in the September to December region. The earlier the better, but you know, it it can only be given to us when it's ready. So they can't give the game to us if it's not ready. Or they can, but it wouldn't be that good. And now, next up, it's a game that I'm probably not going to buy, but it's Luigi's Mansion 3. So, it was shown, so it was revealed in the September Direct like Animal Crossing, but we were shown a trailer for it, and I feel like Nintendo are going to show us a bit more on that, and give us an exact release date. So, I don't think we're going to get any Pokemon news because we already have the Pokemon Direct, so don't think there'll be any of that. I'm trying to think if there's any other game that's been announced. Yeah. Again, it's not a game that I'm too bothered about, but Fire Emblem Three Houses, Nintendo are gonna give us some information about that too, I assume. There are other games, obviously, but I can't think of them. And so now, last section is games that I hope Nintendo brings to the Switch. Now, obviously, these are all pre-existing, either games or franchises. It's not like I'm just gonna make up my own game concept on the spot and hope that Nintendo adds it. But yeah, there is two games that I can think of that I'm hoping Nintendo announce new games for. Now, I'm gonna go. I'm not sure which one to talk about first, but I think I'm gonna start with the one where there's like where we know a sequel is coming, but we have no idea when. That is the 3DS game that was Tomodachi Life, and it was a really fun, quirky game, and I hope Nintendo brings it to the Switch, not as a port of the original, but as something new. And if I think about it correctly, I think didn't the 3DS game come out in 2014? I believe so, I don't know. But the original Tomodachi collection that was only available in Japan came out in 2009, meaning that there was 5 years between the two of them. So, if that is the case, then we'd be due a new Tomodachi Life, or whatever they'd call it, this year. And yeah, I think it would be really fun on the Switch, the way you'd be able to play it on console, on the go, in tabletop mode. It seems like a perfect game for Switch, to be honest, because it's a game where you're going to be logging on every day / few days to check on your Mii's, And so being able to do it in so many different ways is surely gonna be a massive plus for the game, assuming that Nintendo does bring it to Switch. And I mentioned how we know there is going to be a sequel for it. When this is a story from like 4 years ago now, I think, but 4 or 5 years ago, but there was a little bit of controversy when Tomodachi Life came out in 2013 or 14, whatever it was, that the game didn't allow gay couples, and Nintendo stated at the time that in the sequel they would allow gay couples, and so surely if they're saying in the sequel there will be this, that's basically saying there's going to be a sequel at some point. And so it seems like it's been long enough now for there to be a new installment in that franchise. The other game is another franchise that is well liked. That is Nintendogs. And again, with this game, I feel like it would be a really good fit for Nintendo Switch, because again, it's a game where you're wanting to check in a lot of the time. It's not even with Animal Crossing as well, but I've already talked about that earlier. Games where you don't just play it whenever. Games when you come on and play every few days. These games are perfect for consoles, for hybrid consoles like the Nintendo Switch, because they allow you to play it pretty much anywhere, which means that you're constantly able to check on your Nintendogs, which is surely, again, great for the game. So, I can't think of anything else that I want at E3, but, you know, maybe I've forgotten something. Apart from that, actually, there's something, I don't know if I mentioned it at the beginning, can't remember, but because E3 is next Tuesday, which is the day where I plan to upload the next episode for Life Quest Let's Play. The problem I have, I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to record it between now and then. I might, but the thing is, I don't want to upload it during E3 because like I want people to be able to watch E3. I don't want people to feel like they have to watch my videos rather than E3, or specifically Nintendo's presentation, which is from 5 till 6. And yeah, if I don't have the chance to record it between now and then, I don't get home until 4:30, and I just don't have enough time in between then and the start of Nintendo's presentation to record the video and like make the thumbnail and stuff and get it out to you. So if I did, I'd have to record it after, and I don't want to have to do that because I want to be able to like watch all the E3, including Treehouse, Nintendo Treehouse after, because particularly if Animal Crossing is going to be featured in there, I will really want to watch it. But so yeah, if that what I'm saying is there's a big possibility that the video wouldn't come out until later that day. Could even be as late as 8-9 o'clock. Although I don't want it to be that late, but it could happen. So, apart from that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Au revoir.